So when I get too overwhelmed by time and the belief that I don't have enough of it and that I'm aging and that I need to stay youthful, I trap myself to the belief in time and the concept of time, always watching the clock. This is a system that is set up to hold us back, to keep us exclusively in a loop of going to work and coming home to relax and not doing what we truly want to in life or what our calling is. This is why when I get home from work, I need to create to keep from falling into that depressive mindset, consuming media, forgetting about my life's work and the talents and skills that I want to build, and all that I need to invest in myself to be the artist that I desire to be. Most people don't utilize their free time to do the things that they want and manifest their highest desires for themselves. The culture, the crowd, the controlled. They are so focused on what they look like and the physicality of life, what stuff they have, and working to uphold these appearances. When a person thinks this way, they suffer. They are not as useful and youthful as they were before, always. When we recognize this is true, we can set ourselves free and use our time as an opportunity to become self-satisfied with ourselves and all of the things we can create through our love, through our art, through our time that we spend with ourselves in the now. It's Monday and I just got off work and I am working on my print for my printmaking course that I'm currently taking. It's just the lines from the copper, like carving into the copper, dipping it into acid. We're doing something called aqua tinting it, so like you spray paint something and then you block certain parts out, and then the more time you dip it into the acid with the aqua tint on it, the darker it gets so that you get different tones. So this is just the line work, but then eventually there's going to be like depth to it through shading. So yeah, I'm just kind of mapping it out. I printed one like as a test proof so that I could map out what like values I want, where I want the shading to be located, like kind of just like a plan so that it's not as like just I have to imagine it. I can see what I want to do. The game called time and the concept of time and the time we don't have, we are always smaller than it. Time is always bigger than us. It acts as an overlay. You always have to watch it. I could tell myself that I have no time to do the things that I want to do and compare my lack of time to someone without a job, envying all the time they must have, and use this as an excuse to not do the things that I want to do. This is how time works. So that would be the easy thing to do, and the natural thing to do, given all that we have been fed to believe about life. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence to take you away from yourself. Any belief is only effective when we are unconscious. When we are conscious, alert, present, and when we are aware, we are not living in the mind or believe the thoughts that are in our mind, or allow these thoughts to control our emotions or actions. This is what takes real courage, to step out from the crowd, who all is believing and acting as if they have no time for anything. Getting beyond time and being timeless is having a commitment instead to yourself. Now is beyond time. That is who you are, and now in this moment is where you always are eternally. Empower yourself in this moment, not the illusion of time. Power is the pleasure of the soul. It's not something you attain. You can't attain it. It is who you are. It comes from being timeless and being now. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna stop here. The rope is darkest. Her hair is second darkest. And then the sky is third darkest, like with clouds taken out, stopped out. And then I'm just gonna shade some of the dress to make it kind of look more poofy. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it actually turns out. Her face and everything else will just stay as line work for the rest of the time I have at home, because I do have a few hours before I go to my course. I'm going to go for a walk, so let's do that. Let's enjoy some outdoor fresh air so that I don't get tired and sleepy, and so that I'll have enough energy for later. Now happens to be the only time that there is, and yet now isn't time. Time, again, is an overlay to get us to worry about the past, stress about the future, and distracts us from creating. If only I could do it all over again. Next time, I will do this better. But really, there is only ever now. The past and the future are only our imagination. When we're engaged in the past, thinking about it, lamenting over it, feeling guilty, blaming others, we're living in the mind. Instead, when we are in harmony with the elements of the earth and connecting with them in the moment, for there is only ever now, we are empowered. We are ourselves. We are creative beings. When we are beyond the past and beyond the future, now, we have the power. We cannot be controlled by constructs like time, beyond indoctrination, when we are here, now. When you are thinking all of the time, you can never really feel happy. I truly spent so much of my life in a state of suffering until I realized what was the cause of it. I had a horrific thing happen to me and everyone knew about it. Everyone always brought it up. So I was kind of forced into a thinking pattern where I was constantly in a loop of missing my past before this incident, craving a better time for my future, and lamenting on the trauma, regretting my decisions, deciding my life wasn't good enough. I didn't like the people around me. I didn't like my job, my body, my face. All of this suffering took place in my mind. It was a belief, a concept, an idea. I thought that since this happened to me, I had a lot to figure out. Why did this happen? What can I get out of this experience? How do I get back at the person for doing this to me? What can I do to prove my hurt? Playing the story over again and again and again. I was an endless psychiatrist patient. I needed to be patient. With more time and reflection and therapy, I would be okay. Patience, patient. You have to transcend this. There is no time that it gets better. The time is always now.
Good night.
Hello. It's Tuesday today. Just got off work. I had some coffee and now I'm going to go to Goodwill to heighten my clothing shopping hobby. I have a Depop. I've had a Depop for a long time. It's called What in Rotation, and it's something I'm passionate about. I don't like holding on to clothes, even my favoriteest of clothes. I like to sell them all because I like to tell myself that clothing is energy, you know? The more I give out, the more comes to me. And I like expressing myself in different ways, not from the same clothes all the time. So I'm very passionate about thrifting and feeling thrifty. I have since I was a kid because it started out of being a necessity when I was younger, and now it's almost like its own form of nostalgia. Like it reminds me of a happy time in my life and everything. So I love thrifting. You have to transcend your body, your mind. Understand that you are the game player in a time game. If you're in a game and you forget you are the game player, then you lose yourself in the game and you do things you wouldn't do morally to win.
That's it.
You look like such a dork.
I got a lot of cute things, so I'm gonna do a haul. First, I got these like capris just that go right over the knee, you know? I love these because they fit me perfect, like low rise and just adorable colors, and I feel like it's a very casual, good for work. The next thing I got is this Ariana Grande band shirt, like her merch, which it is kind of embarrassing that I like Ariana Grande, but I do. And so, like, the fangirl in me was like, just buy it. You like it. Like, don't worry about what people think about. The next thing that I got is this, like, Max midi skirt by California Concepts. And it's also, like, a low-waisted, just, like, nice pattern, muted, good for work, cute slit on the side that just goes, like, right above the knee. Very cute. This is something I would wear a lot because it's comfortable, but yet it's also like not too overly risque, but it's also not ugly, like not form-fitting and like balloon-like. like most comfortable clothes are, just as like a good happy medium between like comfortable and cute. Got this skirt, which I guess isn't really my style. It's so bright, but it's brand new, and when I put it on I was like, this is cute, like why am I hating on it? It's by Lady Hagen, which I've never heard of. The material is nice, and there's like zipper pockets on the sides, and on the back there's this like button pocket. And then I got this skirt, which normally I wouldn't get floral necessarily, but I liked how there was like a black background, and I liked the material, and it's also low-waisted, and it has this cute little hem where it's just like a lace hem, and I like the gold details. I just think it's pretty, even though it's kind of like out there in a weird way. It's like, I don't know why it works, but it does, the colors. Go to my next, I got this skirt from Columbia. It's just like an athletic skirt that has like nice material, thick material. It's a skirt, and then it has these like strings on the side. I thought it was nice, and it seems like somewhat brand new. And yeah, it's cute and comfortable, airy, so it's good for summer. And I love a black skirt. The black mini skirt has always been one of my favorites, and I like the sporty feel that one has. Then I got this Guess zip up. It has this like vintage Y2K. I hate that phrase because it's been so overused, but it is vintage Y2K Guess, and it has this like high collar, and I thought it looked so cute all the way zipped up. Yeah, and it's like a good length, and it's not overly worn, but it also looks worn in a good way, like a vintage looking way, and like it's been well kept for a long time, and it's cozy, and it kind of reminds me of like what an ice skater would wear with like their leggings. I don't know, I just think I could style this really cute, or even just wear it with leggings and it would still look nice. And then I got these workout shorts, just pretty simple, plain, easy. I thought they would look good on me. And then I got this cool looking skirt, Eva Mendes New York & Company, and it was so unique. It caught my eye really quickly because it's like, it reminds you of something that would be jean, but it's not jean. It's like an airy material that's just like this fuzzy, and it's soft and it's cute, and it also goes low-waisted, which I've just been liking, like low-waisted skirts and like looser fitting jeans or pants or shorts, because when it's too tight I feel like it looks kind of stupid, but like when it's like loose it looks good. You know what I mean? Like when it just barely hugs your hips, like your hips are just barely keeping it up, instead of like it being tight around your waist. It just looks kind of off, and like it's too tight on you and it's uncomfortable. But when it's like loose form fitting, just like your hips hug it, it's nice. And then I got this, which I don't know if this is fake, but I thought it would be cute for work. I had a lot of fun. Like, I'm so energized right now because I got so much stuff and I like all of it. And what if I just let it be a Tuesday after work, sitting in bed, being exhausted? I have so much energy. Like, it's insane. And all I did was have a coffee. I'm just like so energized because I'm doing stuff with my day. I'm feeling creative and I'm feeling like myself. And I'm ignoring the temptation to lay the fuck down and go to sleep, and just doing things that fill my life up, fill up my cup, and not make me feel like tied down by my job. Like, I still have a life outside of it. I get off at 2:15, so I should spend the rest of my day having a good time. And it wasn't that expensive. I got all that stuff for not a lot of money at all, and it was fulfilled my heart and made me feel happy and made me energized. And I could probably do more stuff with the rest of my day. I might even go for a walk. So yeah, I would recommend staying creative throughout your week. It is Wednesday today, and I think I'm going to just go to the gym before my course, my printmaking course. I'm really excited because tonight is the actual printing. I have been working on this project for like a month now, so it's just crazy. It's the last step. I just have to print. I have to make the printmaking paper and the registration guide, which if you saw my tutorial, you know what those things are. And then I get to printing. I ink up my plate that I carved out with acid incrementally in 1 minute increments for like 45 minutes total. And on top of that, I did shading with this specific technique. I forget what it's called. And tonight I get to print, see what it comes out looking like. All of this work to not even know what it's gonna look like, and tonight I find out. I'm excited. I wore my brand new outfit to work with the Guess sweater. I felt really cute, and I just logged all of my, because I do this thing where like every time I make a sale on Depop, I write it down, and then like every time I buy something from the thrift store, I write it down just to keep myself in check, like not buy too much or not sell too much, just kind of keep that balance and that flow going. So yeah, I just logged all the new stuff that I got, and I'm so excited about it. And yeah, I'm thinking that this weekend I'm also going to be printing on some of my clothes with my artwork, which is one of the reasons why I got into Depop, was because I wanted to use it as like a selling hub for my art. So that's how I fell into it. I've always liked clothes, and I've always liked when people put their art on their clothes, and so that is something I'm still super passionate about, and something I still want to like kind of kick myself in the butt, like get started, get going with that. You need more of your artwork on Depop. I've also posted my prints on Depop of my artwork, and it of course is linked below. And yeah, but today I'm gonna go to the gym because I need to keep my energy up. Again, no sitting down, even though I'm sitting down right now. I'm gonna try not to sit down as much as possible, just gonna go to the gym. Then when I get back, I'm gonna make dinner, and then I'm gonna go to my course and keep my energy at a high so that I can create to my fullest potential. I've been having a beautiful week.
Don't let anyone or anything, and especially not time or lack of time, take your bliss. Take away your state of beingness in the present. Happiness comes from you. Love comes from you. You are the one that feels it. You can feel it now.
Off to class now. I was trying to go early, but I just couldn't do it. I forgot also, after I made dinner, showered, got home, not in that order. I don't have time. I have to leave right now, and I'm gonna just make it. But I'm wearing the coziest outfit in the entire world. I love being cozy. Like, I love wearing an outfit that I feel cute in, but there's nothing I love more than an outfit I feel cozy in. So yeah, I'm feeling extra awesome right now. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Let's go to class.
To be happy all throughout your time, have motivation that transcends time, is to not allow your mind to suffer, not letting it trail off onto all the ways your life isn't good enough, all the reasons you don't like the people surrounding you, all the things that need fixing, the bills that need paying, they're not going to pay themselves, the lawn that needs mowing, the car that needs washing. The mind can really make you feel horrible in an instant for whatever reason it comes up with. We ruin our moments by thinking. We are also subliminally taught that our suffering makes us a saint. How can we be happy with all of the war and genocide and environmental destructions and evil playing out in our world? Is your misery making any of this go away? Is it bringing more happiness to those that are in these destructive war zones? Really? By suffering now, you will get rewarded in the afterlife, they say. Really? In each moment that we are given, we are envisioning our loss. People are always saying, imagine that. Can you imagine? Imagine how they feel. Don't imagine anything that you don't want. You are a divine creator with imaginative powers. And we are all inconceivably and simultaneously the same, yet so unique and different. Doing things you like to do, art, drawing, painting, printing, singing, dancing, studying, dressing up, doing your makeup, being in nature, there is the happiness. We can manifest the happiness we are seeking now. We can manifest the love we are seeking now. Or we could use this moment, if we choose to think about all the people that think we're weird, that we are crazy, that we're silly and strange. We can be unhappy if we live in the mind and imagine those negative thoughts. In every moment, we have the choice.
Last night, I was seriously nonstop working because I had to finish that project that I hadn't even printed one print of. I had to print an edition of 3, which means 3 identical prints, handmade prints. And then I had to do a 4th one with something called Shinkole, which was that red stuff that you saw. It was basically like a little piece of tissue paper, and I had to like pretty much paper mache it, glue it down, but through the press, so it literally is like absorbed into the paper because the paper was a little damp. But I was there from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock and working the entire time. Like, I did not take a break, and I was just constantly just like wiping the ink, doing the registration guide, doing the paper, like measuring the paper. Like, it was just like I was nonstop. So when I got home, I literally passed out, and I woke up 15 minutes before I usually leave, and that was crazy because I was like, what? I literally didn't even hear my alarms. I got home and like decompressed a little bit, and then I went to the grocery store. Thursday or Wednesday is like my day to go grocery shopping because I like to have my whole weekend for creating. Like, I like to do art my whole weekend and like relaxing all weekend. And so yeah, I did that, and then I cleaned out my fridge, and then I took a shower, and I cleaned my apartment. Now I have to make dinner. So not the most creative day, but I am going to try to make sure that I make a TikTok. I like to make TikToks and short form videos throughout my week as well. Like, whenever I have like time and I did too much throughout the day of like just like other stuff, my time sitting down, I like to create like a little TikTok or something just to like get myself out there and advertise myself a little bit more, you know, and it doesn't require as much effort as YouTube videos, so I can kind of like edit and get one out within like an hour. So that's just like something that I like to do rather than just like sitting and watching TV or going on my phone or whatever, because that's when create over consume kind of gets me when I'm getting really tired and I just had a long day. It's like naturally you want to fall into like what's easy and what's convenient, which is just being entertained by what's so readily available to us with all these screens and all these things. But yeah, that only drains me further. That only makes me less energized. So I just try to keep that in mind, remind myself of that, and then like create instead of consume. So I am going to make dinner, a vegetarian meal with my brand new groceries. Then I'm gonna make a TikTok. And so yeah, that's my little creative act for the day. By the way, today's Thursday. Let's get cooking together. This is crazy. Mango sticky rice, but I'm gonna put tofu. Okay, now that I'm saying it out loud, that sounds kind of gross. Okay, wait, tofu with the mango. Hear me out. Crispy tofu, not this just raw block of tofu. Crispy tofu. I'm gonna put coconut milk in the rice, and I'm gonna have like something green. Something, it's like savory and sweet. I'm gonna think about what I want for the vegetable. I don't know, but I'm making this up, trying to use my creative senses to figure out what it is that I want to eat. Not looking at a recipe, just kind of thinking with my taste buds, if you will.
Now is the time. Now is our opportunity to be strong, to be creative, to be in the wonder and the beauty and the color of it all. We can enjoy our food, enjoy the silence, enjoy without constant entertainment and consumption, just with ourselves, connecting with people, eliminating cruelty even down to the food we eat. What makes us so miserable is guilt, the past, mistakes, shame, fear, self-doubt, insecurity, depression. All of these things require thought. Isn't it interesting how beauty, love, happiness, joy, and bliss don't require thought? You can feel happy with positive thinking, yes, but it's not the same as true contentment in the moment without thinking. Bliss. Unhappiness is always a mental, emotional state that is exclusively derived from thinking and reacting to the outer world of cause and effect.
Oh my god. It's good. It's really good.
When I was in middle school, I had a best friend. She described all the friendships that I had.
It's Friday, and I'm gonna paint. After work, I had a shower, I cleaned up again, and I watched Ariana Grande's new album thing, music video, and I listened to the new songs. I don't like pay attention to her as a person. I love the music. There's something about it that I can relate to. There's this new song, Hampstead. There was just one line in it that just made me like, just broke me because it's so good. It says, "I'd rather be seen and alive than dying by your point of view." That's kind of how I feel about YouTube and like just like figuring out how to express myself in general, because I feel like I muted myself for a long time because I was always thinking about what other people were thinking about me, and now that I've kind of let those things go for the many reasons that I've explained on this channel, I've been slowly but surely figuring out how to express myself as a human being. Letting go of what people think about you is like, I feel like a process for me, and so the less I care about what people think about me, the more authentic my creation becomes to me. So the more I'm able to express from my true self instead of like these identity caricatures that I've created from the points of view of others. I just feel like the more I express myself publicly online, just kind of do it anyways, even though it makes me nervous and makes me wonder how crazy people might think I am, or like how strange or bizarre, because like I get it. Like I feel like if I was the other person, I would maybe think those things about me too. So it's not like I'm like, these people are evil, f them. That's why I like the song. She also says, "You're still wrong about everything, so far off, your seat's nowhere near the table, but I find something sweet in your peculiar behavior, 'cause I think to be so dumb must be nice." And that's just like true. Like I just think about how I see their perspective and I understand how I may come across, but I have to push through that and just like keep being myself, because I'd rather be seen and alive than dead trying to stay in your good graces in your point of view. That's what I got from it, and it's just like I get things like that from it. I get like realizations from your music, and me personally, I do like Ariana Grande. I don't know her as a person. She could be a horrible, horrible person. I have no idea. But I do like the songs and I do like her voice. Before I started expressing myself, I had this idea of what it is that I wanted to express, and then like the more I've put myself out there for the world to see, I realized like, oh, I actually don't even like that. I don't like the way that I was doing this, and it like helps me grow as an artist and as like someone who's trying to express themselves authentically. It's been very, very helpful to express myself. I feel like I'm still, this is crazy because this is another lyric in her thing. She said, "You think you've read the book I'm still writing." Like I'm literally still writing. I don't know what it is that I'm truly trying to say, and I don't think I'll ever know. I think I'm just like constantly in the process of figuring that out and constantly writing new things and realizing, wait, that's not even what I was trying to say at all. I am satisfied the whole time. Like, I'm thinking, well, this is the one that's gonna be the one I'm satisfied with, and then like time goes by and I'm not satisfied by it, but I was when I was making it. Like a time machine. Like, I'm like, whoa, I remember when I created that and how I was feeling and what I was thinking about this that made this so cool to me, and it almost just reminds me of like the process that it took to get to where I am right now. And that's another lyric that she said, like, there's nothing that I can regret about the past, because it's like I'm literally here and I'm good, and like this is exactly who I'm supposed to be. Give Ariana Grande a chance. Just kidding. That's not the point of what I'm trying to say. Basically the realization I had is that the more I express myself, the more I'm learning how to express what it is that I want, and the more I'm learning what it is that I want to express. And I'm realizing that that's probably a universal experience. If you're really meant to create, and you really like creating, and you are a creator being, and you are this beautiful human that I've been describing on all of these videos, which you probably are because you're still here, that's probably a universal experience. The more you express yourself, the more you put yourself out there, the more you learn about what it is that you want to express. Free yourself from the opinions of others. Free yourself from the thoughts of others. Free yourself from the point of view of others, and think about your point of view. Be your own best friend and shine bright. Even if it's awkward, even if it's not even what you intended to express, you have to express it to find out that's not what you intended. So stop being scared, stop being a nervous wreck, stop thinking that you'll make a mistake, stop being a perfectionist, stop thinking that what if this isn't what I actually want to say. Just say it and then figure that out later. Contradict yourself a million trillion times, because that's the only way you can really figure out what it is that you are trying to say, who you really are, and what you're actually trying to express. That's it. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's paint.
Why would you think about the outside world and what has happened to you and react to that when you transcend all of that, standing in yourself and all that you are, naturally? You don't even have to think about it. You simply perceive the beauty in the simple, and your heart is filled with love, always endeavoring for the welfare of others, always giving to others without strings attached, acting from your heart regardless. This is your life to live as you choose. Choose the good life, because you are good, naturally. Bringing it forth and having fun is natural. You don't even have to think about it. You can do it now. You can live beyond time now.
I sold this skirt on the pop, which has been my favorite skirt for so long, but if you know me, I sell even my favoriteest pieces because clothes are energy. I give away my favorite skirt so I can find a new favorite skirt. The reason why I like this skirt so much is because if you look closely, nautical striped stitchings all the way down, so like throughout the whole skirt it's just little strips of fabric, and it's very thick, slinky, and heavy. So it's just like a perfect, beautiful, wonderful skirt that I appreciate and love so much. It cinches your waist and then falls in a really cute way. But she has to go because I sold her, and I will just take that as a sign. It's funny because I got so many skirts, and then my favorite skirt sold. The more you get, the more you give. The more you give, the more you get. That's why I love clothes, that's why I love Depop, and that's why I love thrifting. It's all just lucky, it's all beauties in the eye of the beholder, and I can give away the pieces that I've cherished and constantly keep that flow in rotation. What in rotation is my brand on Depop for a reason. Keeping beautiful items of clothing in rotation. And another thing I used to do with what in rotation was I have an Instagram for it, and I was using it as a blog because I was constantly going to art shows. I made like blog posts about my favorite art for that week. So like I was going to like 5 or 6 shows per week, and then I would post the art in rotation for the week and explain why. And normally I had a conversation with the artist that I was posting and kind of gave a little bit about them and a little bit about why they create the stuff that they do. I might pick that back up again. It could just be the only show that I went to once a week, or once every 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, or once a month even, just because I like that idea and I do want to express and share and support the artists that I do like and get inspired by, and I want to like remember it and keep it as like a journal entry. The first thing I like to do when preparing to send out a Depop order is just like look at it very closely, make sure there's no spots I need to spot treat. Taking a little bit of Dawn soap and water here and just going over it a little bit with a toothbrush that I use for spot treatments exclusively, obviously. I'm going to be adding into the order this print of my Third Eye Vision drawing. I always add a print into the order because I get to write a little letter on the back and I just like to get my art out there. You support my shop and I give you a little gift in any way that I can, which is my artwork. I just print it out on cardstock and on different colored pieces of paper. And then I write a little note on the back saying thank you, and then check out my YouTube if you'd like to see more art, and leave a review for 20% off guarantee on your next purchase. And then if they do purchase again, I give them a 50% incentive. With love, Jenna from What in Rotation on Depop. And then I'm just gonna fold it up and put it in my cute little orange bag. I'm gonna miss this skirt, but I'm happy it's going to someone. She lives in New York, so I'm happy it's going to someone that will get. I just feel like this is a very New York skirt, so I just feel like she will get a lot of good use out of it. So I'm happy. Ooh! I need to work on being like excited, like allow myself to be as excited as I actually feel deep down inside about things like this, like little things like this. I feel like you can downplay your successes and be like, so I just sold one thing, like I've only sold 2 things in the past month, and like yada yada yada, and like just like thinking so negative, like I didn't sell 1,000 million, but it's just so lame. Like, why not just think back to how your teenage self would feel if you had sold an item? Like, that just would be so fun and so cool. And like, wow, I sold an item, like my Depop has almost 200 things sold, like that's amazing. And just like celebrating yourself in that kind of way, instead of being like, well, I'm not a top seller on Depop, so I'm not full-time on Depop, so I'm not a real Depop seller. Like, it's just so lame the way that we can reshape such exciting things into being so boring and so sad and so depressing. It's just like, whatever, you know, whatever. I'm so tired of like downplaying my successes. Like, I'm so tired of it because it's only hurting me. And if I really want to invest in myself and invest in what I have going on, I have to really, really know that what I've done already is worth it and I can keep going and I'm capable of keeping on going. Like, it's just, these little pep talks are necessary for artists to do to themselves, because otherwise we're just stuck in a rut, feeling not good enough, feeling like we must accomplish more and more and more. We can't afford everything, so we aren't successful. It's just like the list keeps going on and on and on, and it's just like I'm exhausted and I can't even begin to describe how like stupid I find it. So yeah, don't downplay your successes. Celebrate every time you get an order or whatever it is, instead of downplaying it and making yourself feel like it's not enough yet. You can't celebrate yet because you're not enough yet and it hasn't succeeded enough yet. Yeah.
Use the time you have in this time game to live in the present moment, because that's all we ever have. The past is our imagination. The future is our imagination. The only thing that is and ever will be and ever has been is now. So use now to do what you want to do. Now.
And that's it for now. That's all I'm going to do today.